It's a Western Conference matchup as the Los Angeles Lakers come into town in this game. We're all set to bring you NBA action. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Lakers were handed a loss when they went up against the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Well, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves. And DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Rajon Rondo. JaVale McGee is out there with Beasley. And it's LeBron James. And it's Hart in at the 2 spot. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Murray. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana. To the wing right side. Here's Aldridge. Second chance effort.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Fires from the wing. Hart, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Aldridge. Aldridge is screen. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Now here's Beasley. 17 points for him last game against Denver.
And that come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. McGee, the pass to Hart. That one drops for him.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Murray. Aldridge is screen. Gay against Beasley. They get the rebound. McGee with the block. LeBron kicks to Beasley. Misses off the right iron. The Spurs have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star. Nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw missing. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
Here's Hart. Beasley with a screen on DeRozan. Hart kicks to Beasley. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
All about the pick there. I mean, let him shed his man and square up for the jumper.
Murray, the pass to DeRozan. McGee against Gasol. Aldridge a screen. Murray dishes to Aldridge. Lock at 6. Expanding his range, and it's Murray. That time on the assist by Aldridge. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Rondo kicks to James. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's DeRozan with the drive. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
One shot.
And last summer, after 9 terrific seasons in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan traded to San Antonio.
And guys, you have to feel for the sudden change for DeRozan. Gave Toronto some of their best years. At the same time, happy that DeRozan has gone to an organization that has proven success over the years.
Shot clock at 3. And the 3 ball is good. LeBron's got 5 now.
They don't need LeBron to hit the 3 all the time. They love
it. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Over Beasley. Another one falls for San Antonio.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
Beasley with a screen on Murray. Rondo's shot is off. The Spurs have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. DeRozan, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
Oh, they lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Pass to Hart. They set the screen. Passes it to LeBron. And James throws it down.
I mean, that's just a powerful build of James. Obviously helps him on the glass, creating that second chance opportunity.
Murray kicks to DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and he throws a shot off.
To the inside. Hart the pass to Rondo. It's good.
And Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
Spurs have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Aldridge a screen. And it's DeRozan missing.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Rondo with it, out guarded by Murray. Rondo kicks to Beasley. Over Gay. No good from Beasley. And San Antonio shooting 42% to begin this game. The offensive rebound. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 9 points.
Oh, this first quarter couldn't be going much better for him. 4 for 5 from the field to get things cracking.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
The Spurs making a switch here. Bellinelli's checked in. Here's Beasley. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
Free throw drops in for Beasley. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Beasley hits them both. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays, as this is a team that is looking to win now.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 7. Kicks it to Rondo. Beasley sets a screen for Rondo. To the paint. And it's McGee with the jam.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hammock. Here's Murray Aldridge. Right side Gasol. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Murray. The Lakers in the lead. Caldwell Pope outside. They set the pick. Stevenson right side. Los Angeles with another miss.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Poeltl, the pass to Mills. Spurs passing it around. And it's DeRozan missing. Lakers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game.
Can't shake Kuzma. Even when you try to get physical, he makes it.
And there were a lot of hidden gems, Chris, in that 2017 draft, and Kyle Kuzma is right at the top of the list.
Well, Kuzma was taken with the 27th overall pick, but he looks like a top 5 pick if you ask me. He probably was just for being a 3-year player at Utah, but that time in college allowed him to hone his skill set. I mean, he came into the league with a wide variety of very polished moves.
Spurs trail by 5. And Mills kicks to Poeltl. And the pass to Mills. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Ball, the pass to Stevenson. Over Bellinelli. And it's Stevenson missing. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Pass to Bellinelli. Now Poeltl. He's guarded by Stevenson. And Walker kicks to Bertans. They get it back. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got 5 now.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Now here's Kuzma. Dishes it to Stevenson. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got his first points in this one. San Antonio trailing here. Mills passes to Poeltl. And Walker kicks to Mills. Pirtle dishes to Mills. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mills has got his third bucket of the night.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
And it's Stevenson missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now here's Bellinelli. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Shot's good by Mills.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Caldwell Pope outside. He kicks it to Stevenson. Here's Bertans for three. Rebounded by the Lakers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
And in a big way. This was a blowout. The players, coaches, everyone is to blame.
And here's Mills following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. There's a good screen, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Wagner's checked in. Pirtle kicks to Mills. The shot from the low post is good. Mills has got 13.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Kuzma. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You rarely see a player enter the NBA as polished as Kyle Kuzma did. I mean, he goes beyond the numbers. He simply looked like a 5-year vet from the get-go. He has the makings to be a pretty good player with the start he had.
And he makes the first. And Chris, for Kuzma, he has said he is striving to be one of the greats.
Well, Kuzma is a very versatile scorer and plays like a star already. Now, look, he's great with his jump hook or in any ISO situation. He's already exceeded the expectations, but hopes to do even more in the near future. But I would caution you, your sophomore year, everyone has scouted you and they know you're good. Just be ready.
And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had, Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, two of the greatest players to ever play the game, is Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. And right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, that's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year. And I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
San Antonio with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Mills can't hit.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, and you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Now here's Kuzma. He has 6, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wagner off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Here's Mills. He's got 13. There's the pick. Pass to Bellinelli. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. That shot missing. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, pretty much since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. Wagner out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And taking a look at some stats here for Caldwell Pope, how he performed last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
Yeah, you're right, but he's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
Now here is Pirtle. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's the screen from deep. Walker. That shot misses. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Zubac kicks the ball. Back to Zubac. A putback.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limb to be the first one, too.
From deep. Walker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Here's Mills following the basket by Lonzo Ball. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Bellinelli against Kuzma. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 6-point Laker lead. A lot of personalities in this game, Chris. Such a big part of what makes the NBA so entertaining.
Oh, man, think about our boy Dre. Draymond Green, for those of you that don't know, Dave, but Draymond Green, his personality is not only great for his team, but also for us fans. We see him on the court. How about Embiid, Mr. Personality on social media? You love it. And how about Jaylen Brown with his wise ways on the chessboard? Basketball player. So all of these guys are exciting, fun personalities to watch from here.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubac. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Hart, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Here's Murray after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Right side Aldridge. Feeds it to Gasol. Goes back up. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Aldridge.
That's what every team needs. Guys getting after it on the offensive board.
Hart the pass to James. The dish now to Rondo. McGee a screen on Murray. Rondo drives in. He used that pick to get in close. Rondo's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Lakers. Rondo's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Aldridge with a screen on Rondo. Murray kicks to Aldridge. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rondo with it, out guarded by Murray. And the dunk by James.
Oh, look at the crazy connection right there. James knowing when to fly towards the rim. Amazing at completing these alley-oops.
Murray the pass to Gay. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Hart. Inside. LeBron shot is off.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done. That's the job that time.
Right side Gasol. Stolen by McGee. Rondo against Murray. There's the pick. Hart kicks to James. Over Gay. The 10-footer finds the target. James has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Aldridge left side. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Rondo kicks to Hart. And the pass to LeBron. San Antonio with the rebound. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low,
Take a break.
defense
Take a
really
break.
has very little
2 shots.
to do with it.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with it.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
On defense, the Spurs. 4-point game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Well, think about this. They were extremely versatile in their approach, taking what the defense allowed.
It's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
With the shot. And again, the Lakers no good. And San Antonio shooting not great, 40% for the game. DeRozan, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 3 assists now in this one. On the wing, James. He's covered by Gay. Basket counts. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
But that lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting like he has so far.
DeRozan with a screen from Murray. Kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. LeBron passes to McGee. Back to James. Pass to Hart. And here's McGee. DeRozan defending. Shoots a fader. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on DeRozan.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Well, look at this. And Josh Hart, he's a guy that played his way into the rotation. He was the 30th pick taken overall in 2017 and ended up with a lot of minutes as a rookie.
The first one falls. And Chris, with Hart, you could see the improvement in his play each time he came out onto the floor.
Oh, yeah, he's very good from three, and he's nice on D. He said himself that he doesn't want to be just a three-point guy or a defensive guy. He wants to have all the skills. It won't be the case if he continues to improve as he has. Oh, man, I just love the talent and attitude of the young core of the Lakers. Think about Ball, Ingram, Kuzma. They all play with passion. This team has a bright future as the group grows together.
And here is James following the three from Rudy Gay. Stolen by McGee. Here's Hart. DeRozan defending. And DeRozan sends it back.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Murray, and Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Here's Aldridge. After the basket by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Deep two from Murray. And Rondo sends it back.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
And James makes scoring look so effortless. Once he kicks it into gear, there's not much you can do to stop it.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Here's Aldridge. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over. And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Murray. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Out to DeRozan. Back to Aldridge. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Aldridge has got 12 in the game.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Here's Hart. DeRozan defending. Hart the pass to Rondo. The feed to McGee. Aldridge with some nice D.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
The drive by James, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, I only got one thing to say. I mean, if you hate LeBron, keep hating. I mean, didn't he accomplish everything he wanted to in Cleveland? He brought them their first chip in 50 years, took them to multiple finals. I think it felt that he could make the switch to the Lakers with a good conscience. I mean, it's hard to argue that he didn't give Cleveland everything he had at this time. I mean, it was just time to move on.
And he makes the first. And for LeBron, this decision to come to L.A. was less about C-Webb, his legacy, and more about his life.
I mean, he wanted a new challenge. Let's think about it. He gets to play in the West for the first time. That's a different style of play. I mean, it's the biggest market he's ever been in. He can take advantage of life off the court for once. I mean, he's close to his son who plays in high school in L.A. You know he's a family man. And the Lakers had a lot beyond the basketball.
When it comes to video reviews, C-Webb, do you feel the NBA has done a good job of incorporating it into the flow of the game, or is there, in your opinion, still some work to be done in this regard?
There's a little work to be done. I mean, nothing's ever perfect, but I think they've done a great job. I mean, you want to get it right, and so there's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes in going back to it. But the main thing for me is to make sure that it is as fast as possible, that you're not giving the team extra time to get together and to huddle up and to call plays. You're not taking the rhythm away from a team that just went on a 10-0 run, and now they have to sit on the side for 2 minutes in real time and see if this call is correct. So the speed that is done with the video review is the only thing I think that needs to be worked on, and that's going to be situation to situation. So I think the NBA is doing a really good job.
Good points. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in for James. .46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Ball, a picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Ball's got the game tied up here for the Lakers. San Antonio's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And Bellinelli kicks to DeRozan over Stevenson, and it's blocked by Stevenson. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
DeRozan against Stevenson to the left side wing. And here's Mills for three. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lakers lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful, beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. It's, I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's very nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
A spectacular aerial shot of downtown San Antonio, Texas, the Tower Life Building, front and center. We welcome you back. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Gay is the 3 with Aldridge at the 4. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. And it's Gasol at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Gasol. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Gasol's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Spurs. The Lakers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And stolen by Murray. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Murray against Rondo. Gasol passes to DeRozan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
For San Antonio, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Rondo kicks to Hart. They set the screen. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Aldridge. Rebounded by McGee. The Lakers trail. And Beasley, here we go.
And let's check out stats for James. Great showing for him last season. Second in assists, third in scoring, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to him finishing runner-up in assists. His court vision, his ability to control the pace of a game makes him especially impossible to defend. Free throw drops in for Beasley. And both free throws good for Beasley.
But Luke Walton, he's definitely a coach players like to play for. I mean, it helps that he was a player not too long ago. Both stars and role players appreciate the candor and the opportunity he provides them.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Spurs now. They trail by 1. Aldridge a screen. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. And Aldridge slams it in.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
Here's Hart. Here's LeBron. The shot, no good. Gay with the defensive effort. And with Walton, you hear players talk about the leeway that he allows them.
And that extra bit of trust Walton gives goes a long way. It's why so many rookies have been able to flourish under him. Young players develop, and you let them learn on the fly, and Walton has done a good job in creating that environment.
Murray, the pass to Gasol. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside, and finished off by LeBron.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Here's Murray following the basket by LeBron James. Aldridge inside, covered by Beasley. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Murray. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Murray. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Walker's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Wagner, he's checked in for the Lakers. And he can't hit the second.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And, Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron, one of the best to ever play the game?
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
Free throw good, Murray. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Lakers in the lead. To the paint, Hart. Gay with the block.
And Gay has put a ton of work into his defense over the years. Specifically, it's how he times blocking those shots.
Aldridge, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there, prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Here's Hart. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Beasley the screen. Rondo passes to Wagner. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Gay.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Oh, well, Kevin, throughout his career, Gay has been an offensive force and mastermind in manipulating defenses.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That's good from Rudy Gay. And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
He doesn't get the second one.
Boy, they would have loved to grab the lead there, but you can't make them all.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 8 points a game last season. 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Here's Beasley. Here's Wagner, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, fellas, a putback like that is always a big swing. Not just in terms of points, but the momentum, too.
Now, here's Aldridge. 17 points in the game, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. The Spurs making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Ball's checked in. Here's Ball. He has 6. Pass to Hart. He kicks to James. Gay with the block.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away with those big hands.
Outside Aldridge. And James pulls it down. James has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Too tentative on the finish. Forget about the D. Take it up strong.
Love watching Gay stroke it from there. His in-between game is strong. Measures it perfectly.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 11. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. A different look now for San Antonio. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Mills in for Murray. The Lakers also with a sub. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's checked in for Hart. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Here's Aldridge using his post moves to get the 2 points. Aldridge has got 19 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
The Lakers trail. No good. Walker with some nice D. Aldridge dishes to Mills. Outside, Walker. Aldridge with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Hands it from downtown. And the Spurs lead by 5.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Ball kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Stolen by Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, I look like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Mills passes to Walker. Aldridge against Beasley. Aldridge with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Walker's shot is off.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that one drops. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. No good on the three. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Beasley. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And San Antonio shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
The Lakers with the ball after the basket by San Antonio. Timeout called the Lakers.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis and get away from the sloppy fouls.
He's checked in for San Antonio. The Lakers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Wagner. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Michael Beasley. Lance Stevenson subbed in for James. Down low, here's Walker. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Walker's got 9 points now in just the second half. Lakers trail by 6. Now Stevenson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Passes it to Bertens. And it's blocked.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical more to redirect shots.
Such a wide open look. And 11 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Now here's Mills. 13 points in the game. And Walker kicks to Bellinelli. There's a good screen. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And the Spurs lead by 5. LA's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Walker against Stevenson. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Lakers second.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Caldwell-Pope for 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Bertans kicks to Walker. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Caldwell-Pope against Walker. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Bellinelli. Off the left rim and out. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look. Stevenson, and it's blocked. They retain possession. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. For Los Angeles, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Walker.
One shot, gentlemen.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Yeah, and for being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma's made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
Now here's Mills. 13 points in the game. The pass to Pirtle. There's a screen. DeRozan, a good look. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
And Pirtle is a tremendous screener. When he's sacrificing his body like that, it really opens things up for his teammates.
They get it again, and that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his first 2 points of the night.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. cover havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Stevenson, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
San Antonio trailing here. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bertans kicks to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
Here's DeRozan. Misses there. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with his team.
Great job on defense. Keep sharing the ball on offense. Let's stay with it. Defensively, we're active. We're in. We're out. We're helping. We're 5-man rebounding. We're pushing every chance we get.
Right now, Luke loves what he's seeing on the defensive end.
And he appreciates the hard work, really trying to motivate his guys to stay after.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Stevenson in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Mills following the basket by Lance Stevenson. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut back down to 3 on the basket from Patrick Mills. Now here's Ball, covered by Mills. Ball kicks to Stevenson. They set the pick. Off target from 3-point range.
Now, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, at some point, though, you might expect one team to go on a run, but this could come down to the wire.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
On the wing, Stevenson. DeRozan defending. Takes the 13-footer. Stevenson can't hit. The Spurs shooting reasonably well, 45%. It's deflected. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Now, here's Ball. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive, and they get it back. Pirtle with the ball to the middle. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
When you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubac. Josh Hart comes in for Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
4 on the clock. Here's Gay. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's Kuzma. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now here's Kuzma. He dishes it to Stevenson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
For San Antonio, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Murray kicks to Gay. DeRozan a screen on Stevenson. Gay passes to DeRozan. They set the screen. Gasol's in the post. McGee's there. It's Gasol missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Lakers. Shot from the top of the key. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists in the game. Gay against Stevenson. McGee a screen. Down low. It's tipped. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Spurs making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. LA's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. It's stolen by DeRozan. Murray kicks to Gasol. And they pick up 2.
And the stick-with-it attitude of Gasol just overwhelming the defense with his length.
On the wing, James. Back to Rondo. McGee a screen. 5 to shoot. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Los Angeles with another miss. San Antonio leading. Murray outside. Gasol passes to DeRozan. Gasol a screen. A 3 from Gay. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Oh, come on. You have to commend the way Gay sees the floor, especially how he sees available space off of picks and capitalizes.
Rondo kicks to LeBron. Over Gay. They get it back. McGee. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. To the inside. And Gasol slams it in.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing, with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Now here's Kuzma. At the heart, Gasol with the steal. Aldridge against Kuzma. DeRozan. Second chance shot, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. The free throw drops for Aldridge. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half. Going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
And the Spurs with possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yeah, and that's when he starts throwing it down. That's when they're coming at you from all angles.
Now here's Kuzma. They set the pick. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Kuzma's got 4 points in the quarter.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
Murray kicks to Gay. Gasol, a screen on Rondo. Pass to Aldridge. Gasol, a screen. Shot off the pick by Aldridge. Rebound the Lakers. And here's McGee. Pass to Kuzma. Now Rondo. Here's Kuzma. Back to Rondo. Kuzma with the screen for Rondo. 4 on the shot clock. Inside, and the slam dunk by McGee.
I love the awareness from Rondo. Just an excellent passer who's actively looking for his teammates.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Rondo with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, and Rondo is a rugged defender, outstanding at reading the opposition there and then coming up with the steal.
Murray gets to Gasol. Passes it to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Aldridge. Gasol's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's James. Kuzma sets a screen. To the paint. It's tipped. Murray against Rondo. Murray outside. Kicks to Aldridge. Back to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, I agree. Anytime you crack the 20 mark in rebounds, it's a special night.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. Gotta get him a few big pats on the back.
So it's San Antonio now after the basket by the Lakers. Rondo against Murray. No good on that one. Lakers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Rondo, no good on that one.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Here's Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. James in the post. He's covered by Gay. James misses. Spurs leading by 8. Down low. Gasol's shot is good.
Well, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was time.
Here's James. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Aldridge. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And it's a 12-point San Antonio lead.
He lives for these type of battles on the boards. It doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
LeBron against Gay. Over Gay. And James gets it to go. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's just amazing control from James right there. A superb ball handler for a guy his size.
Inside, Gasol. The shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. To the paint. Murray with the defensive effort. San Antonio's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Spurs.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for LaMarcus Aldridge.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebound stats.
Gay against James. Down low. There's Kuzma. And there's the call on James. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Good at taking initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Murray. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Here's Mills. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Spurs, Patty Mills, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Mills. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. And both free throws good for Mills.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Ball, the pass to Kuzma. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Davis Bertans. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now the pass to Bertans. And Wagner pulls it down. And here's the Lakers. It's a 10-point game. In the corner, it's Stevenson. And again, no good by the Lakers. Now Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
just we focus in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.